talk to my agent?
Yes, I did. Yes.
I'm joking.
All right. The people.
The people.
The people. Yeah, just. Ladies and gentlemen, she was on the last tour, 2008 to 2009, with the fabulous Tina Turner as one of her backup dancers, and she's worked with many other artists and is amazing at what she does. Ladies and gentlemen, Ferly Prado, ladies and gentlemen. And this gentleman right here has been with Tina a long time as well, and became the musical director, or as you said, MD. Is that what you? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, MD. And you all know him as Ollie Marland. Ollie! How's it going? All right, so I'm going to be your host, Oprah Marfrey. Nobody. I don't care. Check it clear. All right. So we're gonna do a little conversation here. Let's start over with, we'll start with Ferly first, ladies first. Tell us just basically your background, everything with dancing and everything, and how you got to where you are now.
Yeah, I was born and raised in São Paulo, Brazil. When I was 12, my sister moved to the States first. At the time, it was a dream of hers to become a professional dancer. My parents started giving up everything because my dad had this vision of taking his daughters to the States, even if he wouldn't go. He thought we would have a better future here rather than back home. So my parents started selling things off to support her, and then a year later I went, and then the rest is history. But very grateful, right? Because I watched my parents literally lose everything to keep us here. Went to ballet boarding school at first, which was really tough. Had anorexia nervosa, my first experience with mental disorder. And then moved to Florida, hallelujah. Southern hospitality is on another level. No, literally, I think, yeah, and it was my first introduction to faith too, honestly. And then after that, I went to LA. And then at 16, I started auditioning. A lot of no's before a yes. And I mean, that's how my story is of starting as a dancer. My first job was a TV show, but my second job was Tina Turner.
Oh, how freaking awesome. Phenomenal. All right, Mr. Marland, you, because you worked with a lot of people. And you're,
Thank you.
You have, no, you are famous. So yeah, so tell us how you became Mr. Ollie Marland as you are now.
Classical training in England, and then I worked with a lot of British artists. Amy Winehouse, one of them, poor young people like that. And I never forget, my dad always wanted me to be a concert pianist, and I studied classically. He really wanted me to do that, and was very disappointed when I started just playing jazz in pubs. And I remember one day telling him, yeah, I just did this remix for Naughty by Nature. And he went, what's that? And I worked for Amy Winehouse. Really? And then one day I said, I'm just working for this woman called Tina Turner. And he goes, oh gosh, well that's very impressive. And then he started introducing me to everybody. Whereas before it was like, what is it you do? So that's really,
Wait, can I say, I'm so glad you said that. Can I tell a story about my mom when I booked Tina Turner? Well, first of all, I didn't hear, so she was just looking for one girl because she already had Claire, Geneva, and Solange. So she was just looking for one girl. It was an audition of 35 girls. And usually if you don't hear within a week, you didn't get it, right? So a month later, I'm literally changing my hair because I'm like, God, nothing is working. You know, I need to change. And so I was trying to change my hair. In the middle of changing my hair, I got the call, booked the job, right? So then I go home and I say to my mom, I booked Tina Turner. And I was expecting her to be excited because I literally grew up dancing to Tina Turner music, right, in her studio. And she was like, good for you, honey. I was like, okay, didn't expect that. Anyway, our first show was in Kansas City, but the third show was in LA.
Yes.
So I'm like, I'm so excited she's gonna come see the show, you know? And I'm like, Mom, is that Staples? My mom doesn't know right from left. She's a very smart woman, but when it comes to like anything other than her job, she doesn't understand.
I love this story.
Okay. So I have her friend. I'm like, please take my mom because she's not gonna find Staples Center. Staples Center is like the big arena in Los Angeles. She has no idea what that is. So I was like to her friend, I'm like, can you please make sure she gets there? She's like, absolutely. So they get there early because I told them to get there early, right? And it's sort of empty because it's like an hour and a half before the show starts. And so she said to her friend, she's like, my poor daughter, nobody came to her dance recital. Right? And her friend is like, it's not a dance recital. It's Tina Turner. She's like, no, I know, but like, look, there's nobody here. And then anyway, when the curtain opened, and mind you, she wasn't telling anybody. You know what I mean? She wasn't like, my daughter booked the Tina Turner tour, right? Once the curtains opened, this friend said she started bawling, it clicked, and all of a sudden, my daughter, like we go to Target, she tell everybody. But literally, it's like the dance recital.
I was actually still tell a story anyway, so I'm glad you told that story. I love that story. I can see it now. So, Ollie, when did you begin your career with Tina? Like, what was your first tour and how did that come out?
I did an audition in London, and I did not book the job.
Oh.
She hired another dude because she wanted somebody that looks like David Bowie, and I didn't look like David Bowie.
Okay.
So she hired another dude, and then about 3 months into the tour, nobody liked him.
Which tour was this?
It was 1988. Break Every Rule.
Oh.
So there was like 4 days off somewhere in the Black Forest in Switzerland, and literally my car pulled into the hotel as his was pulling out. And I had to learn the show.
Shade! Could you imagine? Oh my God. Wow.
So I had to learn the show in 3 days with a pair of headphones and a keyboard in a hotel room. And the first show was of 60,000 people. And I'd never played to anybody more than like 10.
That was your first game? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. So let's talk about that tour though. I want to ask a few questions because during that tour she changed a lot of stuff. You know, during that tour, at least, am I right? I think so. She changed a lot of stuff. She did. She changed a lot of
stuff.
Yeah, like she changed songs a lot in that.
Songs,
Yeah, she changed a lot of songs in that. Yeah, and we last year or year before we had the saxophone player. What's his name? Yeah, he was here last year. He's phenomenal too. So whenever she would do that, like change the songs, whatever, would it be like learn the song tomorrow, or is it like something they gave you time for or whatnot?
It's not usually, it wouldn't usually be last minute. It'd be something usually that would be discussed over a week or so.
Okay.
But occasionally it might be last minute.
Okay. I know that
We would rehearse at sound check, you know.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So, Ferly, whenever you first walked into rehearsal.
Oh.
Yep.
Like when she was there?
Yes.
Okay, so we were in rehearsals for 2 weeks, and it's like, okay, Tina's coming tomorrow. And sure enough, tomorrow came, and here she comes, and Rhonda's next to her, and Roger's next to her, and I'm shaking. I'm so excited, and I'm not like, oh, energy aura, but like as soon as that door opened, you felt the room changing, right? And I looked at her, the girls came straight to her and hugged her, but her energy was coming towards me. Even though she was hugging the girls, she wasn't stopping to talk to them. She's like, hi, and she came straight to me and she was like, hi, I'm Tina, and I'm so happy you're here, Ferly. Oh. I was like, me too. I was like, first of all, I know who you are. Yeah, but you know, that was just such a telling of how she was gonna be. You know, everyone mattered to her. And then after she did that with me, then she caught on with the girls. You know what I mean? Had those personal conversations, how you doing, how whatever. But I thought that was so brilliant. And ever since then, no artist has ever done that. You know what I mean? And so that was so telling of how respectful. Like you asked the question of last minute, I would be surprised if he said yes, because Tina was so considerate.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like she didn't want people to stress. I mean, I'm sure, unless it was something, I don't know, outside of her powers or whatever, but you know, she was so attentive to details that she never put us through stress. Everything was very respectful, you know, making sure everyone felt good and making sure everyone felt seen and heard. At least that's my experience. And it started that from day one.
Fabulous.
Just make sure you got your heels on.
Absolutely.
Because there's one rule that Tina always had. If you're a girl and you're on her stage,
have your heels
you got your heels on. Even if
I'm
it's
so glad
rehearsal.
you said that, because I got in trouble with
Because
Tony.
she's got hers on.
Yes, that's
I've
true.
seen her throw people off the stage. Go put your heels on.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, you respect the stage.
Period.
Respect the stage.
With a T on the end.
With a T on the end. Period. I had a question I just lost. Oh, question for Ollie. So how did you? Because when you first said you didn't get the job at all, you became musical director.
Yeah.
So
it took a lot of years to get.
Yeah.
To that.
So tell me that journey. Tell me all about that. And why did you choose you? You think? Huh?
Because I'm Ollie Marland. Because I'm Ollie Marland, bitch.
It's probably a combination of stuff. Just being comfortable and having. I think a lot of it was also doing prep stuff. I would always do prep and go in and talk to her and just discuss how the show could be shaped, you know, and in terms of the dynamics and the arc of it and that kind of thing. And I would always go in and see her every night before we went on, just to a little chat, you know. How you feeling? How's your voice?
Yeah.
And I remember on the last tour, I went in one of those chats, and I said, how do you like having Erwin out? Because Erwin started coming out a bit more than typically. And she goes, I like having somebody with you. But you know, like when you wake up in the middle of the night and you're hot. And you want to slide over to those cruise sheets.
Yes.
You can't do that. You can't do that. Somebody there. I just went, have a great show. See you.
I know, how do you respond, right? Get him a new room.
So, for the next question, we'll start with Ollie with this one. Whenever the tour started to come along, is it first like what songs you're gonna do, you know, arrangements, all that stuff? So does she choose like what she wants to do, or do you give suggestions, or how's that all go?
It's a lot more detail. It would always be what's the kind of concept of the show, what kind of other elements are we gonna have, you know. It would always be production, you know, are we gonna have. So on the last tour, you know, we had all the other elements in that. So then it'll be, well, how are we going to join it together to make it make sense? Okay. So you know, there would have been an opening. How was the opening? I remember coming up with that idea for doing Get Back, which was like an opening thing.
Yeah.
And then
So did you produce that one, the Get Back beginning part?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then like for the higher, the idea of doing higher.
Yeah.
You know, those kind of things are always initially like how we're going to make it different and dynamic. So
yeah.
And then in terms of arrangements, well, then that's just then that's, you know, how's the best way for one song to go to the next? You know, if there's going to be a segue or whether there's going to be an interlude with a dance number or something for a quick change. You know, there's all that kind of stuff. So
okay.
Yeah.
And then comes the dancing after that.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's from the get-go as well. So
Yeah. I'm curious how Golden Eye came about, because that was kind of like in the middle of rehearsal process.
Yeah.
That you came to me. Was that your idea?
No, that was actually Tony's idea. Yeah, initially. Yeah.
Yeah. So what we're speaking of is in the audition, my freestyle, which is so courageous, was
you got the flamenco background.
I did, but why would I do flamenco for Tina Turner? You know what I mean?
Right, exactly,
I was desperate. I needed a job, and so I just did what I did. I'm like, oh, I learned this. So anyway, so out of that, Tony, I guess, pitched the idea of doing a flamenco intro
segment
to Golden Eye. Yeah. And so you and I recorded that in the studio, and you just recorded my my footwork. So that was fun.
But a lot of those ideas happen instantly. Like they could be really planned for a while, or it could be just, hey, what about putting a flamenco? You know, it could be just an instant something that comes to somebody, you know, and then it's a great idea.
Right.
You know, so.
Yeah, from our end, we started 2 weeks with Tony, as you know. Are we gonna go there?
I was that's my next question. So
okay,
yes.
do I go there? Okay, so 2 weeks with Tony, and Tony Basil is a genius. I don't know if you guys know who she is. She's an absolute genius.
Tony Basil, you might.
Not only that, she's still out there.
Yeah, she's a
great.
choreographer, but for those who don't know who she is, she's the one who sings the song, "Oh Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind, hey Mickey." Yeah, she also is a choreographer too as well. She choreographed many different ones, but she specifically for this tour. Yeah.
So Tina obviously wanted her to do the last one, and 2 weeks of actually working on Queen and Steamy Windows. And you know, we had an hour and a half show to learn, so we were kind of a little nervous that we were stuck in 2 numbers, right? Us, the dancers. And I was brand new, so I was just going with the flow, but I started getting anxious because I didn't know Proud Mary, I didn't know Nutbush, I didn't know the best. You know, I didn't know, like, I knew the songs were gonna be in the show and I was getting anxious or whatever. And this is goes to show how in control Tina was. Again, always respectful, never disrespectful, but she walks in and she watches Queen, and mind you, Tony had been very hard on us for 2 weeks, you know, angry, saying we don't listen to the music, that's your job, listen to the music, listen to the lyrics, you guys are not listening, not listening, not listening, not listening. Okay, so 2 weeks of that. So well, she comes in, she gives me that hug, I'm in cloud 9, oh, and then Rhonda.
Yes.
And then after, sorry, pause. So after Tina gave me a hug and she started talking to the girls, I was like, literally, right? I was just looking at her and it started hitting me because as a dancer, you try not to get too excited, especially when you're a fan, and I was a fan of hers. You try not to get excited because it could be a letdown. You know, when you meet an artist, it could be a huge letdown, you know? So I think in that moment, I was just numb. I was like, wow, she is better than I thought, right? So Rhonda comes to me and she pinches, and she's like, it's real.
That's awesome.
So she called me Pinch. Yeah, that's my nickname. But yeah, every time she's like, Pinch, how you doing? I'm like, oh, great. So anyway, so 2 weeks. So we do that, and then Tina comes in, hugs, talking to the girl, she pinches me. She's like, okay, show me Queen. And we show her Queen. And it was a choreography it was very 2000s. And it had it had a style.
Yeah, it was very gay. You should just say, listen, no, here's what it is. So the song is I Might Have Been Queen, and they hired a choreographer who at the time, you know, at that time, like 2008, like the whole flamboyant gay stuff, that was in.
Yeah.
So she hired the choreographer to do those dances.
And so we were doing that. Yeah. And Tina was sitting down. Tina got up and she goes, Tony, did you listen to the lyrics? All 4 of us were like, right? Because we've been yelled at for 2 weeks, right? So then she goes, ladies, will you excuse us for a second? We're like, yeah. No problem, we'll be outside. Anyway, all we know that when we come back, the number had been cut, right? And then we show steamy windows. Right, which we've been working for 2 weeks. So we show her steamy windows, music ends, and she's just there, she's nodding. She goes, stop rehearsing this number. I'm gonna change it, right? So we're like, okay, so 2 numbers that we've been working on, that's a scrap. And she's like, I just want you to give the rest of the girls the day off. Just give the girls the rest of the day off. And the next day, she shows up. She walks into the studio, she's so excited. She's like, ladies, I know exactly what to do for steamy windows. She proceeds to take off her shirt and she's like, I had a dream. She loved her body, like she wanted to show her body how it was moving. So she was shirtless, teaching us the choreography to steamy windows. And all I could think is like, nothing moves. I was like, wow, this is amazing. But she wasn't doing that to flaunt, she was doing that because she had so vivid in her mind what the movement was that she wanted to make sure no clothing was too loose for us to see her body, you know? And it was just so beautiful. She would get close to me, she's like, do you feel this? I'm like, yeah, I feel it. I got it, you know? And it was just such a beautiful experience because I'm like, wow, this woman is in control. And no ego, didn't push Tony down in front of us, and I'm sure she didn't do it behind closed doors. In fact, she asked us to walk away so she could have a one-on-one with her trusted person, you know, and literally re-choreographed steamy windows. But I feel like from there, Tony had the right direction for everything else. Like she understood the assignment. So all of that to say the team falls in line. You know what I mean? When the direction is so strong and so clear and so respectful, everyone falls in line. And I think that was always the common theme. We worked so hard for her because she worked so hard for us.
Yeah, y'all worked really hard. So I want you to go further. I want you to go more into detail about when she came in and had a drink. Tell us how she did it, the dance moves. I want you to show us.
Like walking in?
No. Well, that part too, but because you go, she went, oh!
Yeah, no, she walked in, she's like, I have a dream. That's what we're gonna do. I'm following her. to walk with me. I was sweating. Goddess. But it was just so beautiful. It literally wasn't her dream, and whatever you saw in Steamy Windows, it was her dream. It was
That's
was
awesome.
choreographed, yeah.
You realize that tour, at one point, she suggested calling it the 69 tour.
Oh,
That was her age, and I was sitting with Roger.
That's
and we went,
genius. Right, that's not
Maybe
genius.
not such a great idea.
Yeah.
nice. So, wow. So, I had enough thought. You threw me off with the whole going back and forth. That threw me off. Ollie, I want to, for those of you guys who don't know, so you know the song "Baby I'm a Star," her version, produced by this man right here, Mr. Ollie Marland. Right here. I want you to tell us the whole details from beginning to end. Go. I mean, like her in the studio. Tell me everything.
It was for a Target commercial, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, a Target campaign, yeah, because that was a sponsor. And then I remember Roger saying, "Oh, we've got to do a song for this. What should it be?" And I'm not even sure who suggested "Baby I'm a Star." I think it was Tina.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. And then they just said, it's got to be different. We got to make it, just come up with something. So I did, and then I remember doing the track in London. And I think recording her vocals somewhere in Canada.
Oh wow.
And I do remember that we had a show. We had to fly out from Canada into somewhere in the Midwest to do a show after recording this vocal. And the plane landed at the wrong city, somewhere in Minnesota or somewhere.
Wait.
And nobody realized until we got off the private jet. And then the bus driver, we had to drive like an extra 2 hours to get to where, I can't even remember the name of the city, but I just remember arriving at the arena, getting off the bus, putting some clothes on and going straight on the stage.
Wow.
Because they took us to the wrong city. They flew us to the wrong city.
So when you do her vocals, like is she? I know because she's known as being like a one take person with a lot of her songs. Like she does usually.
Yeah,
one
she
take.
doesn't do stuff very many times.
Yeah, so like
Not like most people.
Well, shame. You heard that. But for her, like literally, like was it like easy, simple?
For that, I think we maybe went through it maybe two times.
And then that was it.
Yeah, but we had all the background vocals and Fisher was on it. So, everything was ready for her.
Nice. And then you also did Get Back as well? Did you do that one too?
Yeah, that I recorded her vocals in a little dressing room with a stocking over a coat hanger because I didn't have a microphone. I didn't have a proper mic thing.
Wow.
The way we have obsessed over those vocals
Yes!
for years, to find out it was recorded in a truck. Sorry.
Yeah, no, but when you said that, I'm like, wait,
What
what?
are you gonna do? Yeah.
Yeah. That's
She
amazing.
didn't want to do that at first. She was.
Get Back or?
Yeah, because it just reminded her of the days and.
Well, on the 2000 tour, that was actually in the show the first few days. Get Back. I remember that vividly, and then it got cut after a bit. I was shocked when she did it. I was surprised that she brought that song back out. She sounded great on that song. Even on was that done in 2000, 2008? The Get Back.
That was for the opening of the.
Yeah, right
For the opening of the
Right.
of the last tour, yeah.
Yeah, but so it was.
It went into
Steamy Windows.
the top of the show, yeah.
But it was recorded in 2008, not 2000, not
I
2000.
recorded during rehearsals, yeah.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's phenomenal. Wow. So then what? So you done? So Get Back.
Well, because we didn't have a show opener at that point. We weren't sure how we're going to get into the opening number. I just remember going through, sitting on YouTube looking at stuff from way back in the day, trying to think what would be cool to put in there, and that was the idea. And she didn't. I remember going to the dressing room trying to convince her, look, this is how it's going to go into Stevie Windows. I did this transition, and she was like,
Oh, she didn't like it. Oh, okay. Yeah.
oh, it ran out the door.
Well, I
She
do
said
know.
yes.
Yeah, you're right. Now I do know too. At the very beginning, there was the Ike and Tina intro that, and then that got cut. That was it. She didn't like that part at all. She was like, no, don't do
She
that.
wasn't keen with that.
Okay, I kind of figured because it kind of went away quick. It was like one day it was there, one day it wasn't. I could just see on the top of that platform like, turn this shit off. I can see it now. So Ferly, I want to, if you don't mind, if you're okay with getting a little personal, can you tell everybody a story about how Tina,
So at the time, I was, right when I booked the Tina Turner tour, I started the process of my divorce because transparently, I was in a very abusive relationship. And so I was trying to get out of it, right? And my faith, I heard you speaking earlier, my faith kept me in it, and it just got to a point that it got really dangerous. So I got out of it, and I booked the tour, and I thought to myself, wow, because it's California, it was gonna take 6 months. And so I thought, well, the tour's 6 months, ended up being 9. It originally was 6 months, and I just thought, man, God's timing is perfect. It's gonna, take me up, because he was following me around, he was showing me videos, he was basically stalking me, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get away from here, 6 months, and I come back, and hopefully the nightmare is done. But I think our 5th city was Atlanta, and the 6th was supposed to be to Canada. We're supposed to go to Canada. So when we just finished the Atlanta show, again, timing, my mom said, hey, I got a letter from immigration for you. And she's trying to read it to me, but my mom's English is so cute. So I said, Mom, just fax it to the hotel. And so she did, and so basically the letter said, your immigration status has been basically your process has been canceled. Turn in your green card to the nearest USCIS station, office, which means I was getting deported. And I started shaking. This is like 10 p.m. in Atlanta. It's already 8 p.m. in LA. I can't get a hold of my attorney. I'm freaking out. I have obviously a biological dad, but I used to have another guy that I called a dad, and he was the one that basically helped me find my attorney. I was like, Dad, I need to get a hold of so-and-so. He's like, I'm on it. We couldn't get a hold of him. So morning comes, so I say to myself, I have to tell Donna, who's our road manager. So I tell Donna, and Donna's like, okay, we'll take care of it. And mind you, nobody on tour knew I was married, that I was going through a divorce. It was something that I was ashamed. When I listen to a lot of Tina's interviews, I agree with her, it takes a lot of strength to stay in it. But I was ashamed, because even though it was for my safety, it was something that I never thought I'm gonna get married to get a divorce, right? And so I was ashamed of it. So nobody knew, so it's just me and Donna. Donna's like, I'll take care of it. Let's just go through TSA, just pretend everything's okay. So I'm like, okay, that sounds great. Denial's great for me. So I'm on the gate, and all of a sudden we get the call saying, my attorney finally calls me and says, Ferly, whatever you do, don't leave the country. You'll get stuck, especially in Canada. So I'm like, oh my goodness, this is my second job. I don't want to be the nuisance. I'm new to this. I'm the new girl. There's so much going on through my head. And so, sure enough, they all board the plane and I don't. And Donna says, listen, you stay here. I'm gonna let you know once I land, I'm gonna let you know what's gonna happen. The office will be in touch with you too. So basically they fly me home. They fly me to LA. So I'm thinking the tour's over for me, of course. Mind you, I'm gonna have to leave the country, right? So I'm already like organizing in my head everything that I need to do. I'm gonna have to leave in a month, whatever. So I'm landing in LA and I'm literally, God is my witness, I'm literally thinking I'm done. Like, they were gonna fire me. And I landed in LA, that same night they called me and they said, we told Tina, I'm like, literally I'm gonna die. We told Tina and she is getting her attorney involved. I said, I'm sorry, what? And so Roger talks to me, said, Tina's getting her attorney involved. Don't worry, we're gonna fly you to New York when all is good, like when you have an appointment. 2 days later, and if you've ever gone through immigration, I hope you haven't, it's really hard. It's really, really difficult. And 2 days later sounded like a dream, like unicorn tale. But sure enough, 2 days later I had an appointment. They flew me to New York. I met Tina's attorney. And usually when you go through an attorney appointment or an immigration appointment, you're there for 4 to 5 hours at a time. And even though you're doing everything legal, which my parents, I'm proud to say, my parents always went the legal way, they still make you feel like a criminal, So I'm getting mentally ready. He's there next to me, and he walks in like he knows everybody. He's like, hey, how's your kid? Oh, how's your husband? Oh, hi. And I'm like, wow, he knows everybody, right? But I'm getting my mind right. He talks, sits down next to me. He's like, it'll just be 2 minutes. I'm like, okay. So, you don't know this, boy. Sure enough, 2 minutes later, I forgot his name. So-and-so, he's like, that's us. I'm like, oh, okay. So we get up, we sit down in the office. Here's the officer, me, the guy, the attorney, and they're talking, they're chatting. They know about each other's family, they're chatting. He's over here, yeah, she's with Tina Turner. Oh, how's she? She's wonderful. I'm nervous. You know, I'm like thinking about what he's gonna answer. So he's writing, he's talking, he's stamping things, oh yeah, Tina's amazing. Anyway, it was just like it was Twilight Zone. So then he goes, okay, cool, nice to meet you. And I said, nice to meet you. So I stand up and I'm thinking I'm gonna go to the next office, right? To now get interrogated, right? So we go and we get into the elevator, we get out, and then he goes, it was really nice to meet you. And I said, wait, it's done? And he's like, yes, this man will never bother you again, right? Oh. I literally fell to my knees, and this gentleman was older, kind of like reminded me of my dad. I fell to my knees and I started crying so hard, and he picked me up like a dad. And he just said, I'm so sorry this happened to you, but you're good and you're free from him. Because my condition was always being married to him, but now my condition was no longer attached to anybody. It was just me, as long as I followed the laws. So it was so relieving, but then now I had to face everybody, right? Which is of course not the worst of my nightmares, but at the same time I was ashamed. You know, everybody, even though of course they figure out the show goes on, but you know, you're ashamed. And so they fly me to Boston, and I see everybody, and they were wonderful, but some of them were like, Ferly. And you know that pity face? I'm like, no! You know, I just want to go to my room. You know? I'm like, I'm fine! You know, but anyway, no, they were lovely, but in my head I'm like, oh, that pity face, you know, and I'm the problem, So I go to my room and I literally lock myself, right? And I'm there for the rest of the night. The next day we have a show. Pause. One of the things, like how you check in on Tina, every show, she would call us four, the flowers, the dancers, into her dressing room, and would ask one by one, are you happy? And she waited for your answer. You're like, yeah, I'm happy, you know? And then, okay, good. Are you happy? Right, one by one. And I thought that was so beautiful. And then she would go on to her notes, whatever she wanted from us or needed from us, right? So that day, I'm expecting us, like always, to get called, but instead Rhonda says, hey, Pinch, Tina wants to talk to you. I was like, of course she does. So, right? So I walk in. Now the thing I loved about Tina, she didn't have a glam squad. This is why I loved being here and seeing where she's comes from, because now that foot on the ground makes sense for me. She was always so rooted. You know, even though she was sophisticated, she taught herself to be sophisticated. She was a real girl, you know, she was real. And so now being here, I put two and two together, and I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So anyway, so she's there, she's doing her little makeup, you know, her gold nails, and she says, like, come in. And I come in like Donovan. Listen, I'm so sorry. I didn't know it was gonna be like
I come in like Donovan.
Like just talking. I'm so sorry. I didn't know it was gonna happen. If I knew it was gonna be a liability, I would have never accepted the tour. I am so sorry. I know I'm the new girl. I never thought he could do this. If I never, like, I literally could not shut up, right? And I wanted to cry, but I was like, no, you're gonna be strong. And I don't even know what I said. Like, I know that, but I kept talking, and then her little hand came up. You know when you swallow, right? And then she's like, she put her arms out. She's like, I just want to know you're okay. And then I just threw myself in her arms, like so dramatic, so proper. I was like, and I hugged her so tight, and she hugged me so tight, and she said that. She's like, you're free from him. He will never bother you again. I understand everything is good with you now. And I say, yes. And she's like, good, then let's go have a good show. And I don't mean to offend anybody, but that to me was God's timing, because if I hadn't booked that tour, my life would have been totally different. You know what I'm saying? Totally different. She did that for me. She didn't have to. She didn't have to. She could have replaced me, or she could have gone on with 3 girls, as she had in the past. She didn't need me. I needed her, and I didn't know, but but she made me feel needed, because even though the girls covered my track, like with Golden Night, I had my little solo, right? They covered my tracks. She took the time to say, like, we really missed you, and I'm so happy you're back.
Well, that just reflects how generous she was to everybody. I mean, she would credit lighting designers and front of house people and the crew every night, and credit everybody.
Everybody.
That was just the energy that she put on that stage when she stepped on it, made everybody else be the top of their game without
Yes.
even thinking about it.
Absolutely. She worked so hard. I also remember Madison
Generosity.
Square Garden show. Someone, like he was mentioning Madison Square Garden, or I think someone
Mm.
did. And I remember that show, she was really sick.
Mm.
Really sick. That was the only show she didn't call us into her dressing room to say, are you happy, are you happy, are you happy? And so we knew she was sick. We knew, but I was expecting, okay, we're gonna hear track, you know, we're gonna hear like vocals, and I don't know, maybe you can, but everything to me sounded live. That woman hit every note. And her energy
I
was
never
still,
had any of her vocals on track.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody else did.
Yeah. In other words, the microphone was on. Yes, it was.
yeah, and I remember I was expecting less from her, and I remember being dumbfounded by her. We're doing already steamy windows, and I'm looking at her, I'm like, man, I don't notice a difference. But then you would notice a difference as soon as she runs off. Malcolm, our stage manager, would meet her, and she would literally hang on him because she had zero energy. But then as soon as she runs back out, you don't know. So we're like,
I
shit,
remember seeing her put little bits of tissue paper in her nose if she had a runny nose.
Wow.
I remember that too. Yeah. Yeah, that happened one time.
But always her best.
Yeah.
So you gave her your best. No questions asked. You know?
Period.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So basically, Tina Turner kept her in the country, ladies and gentlemen.
Literally.
So I didn't really know that story. That's amazing.
So now I want to ask a question, especially from you, Ollie. Whenever you would, well, I guess putting the shows together, were there any songs that she knew she had to do, but she hated doing?
She never wanted to do What's Love, right from the get-go.
Yeah, well, even live?
Well, at that point, she
Yeah.
realized that it was good for her.
Yeah.
It's like broccoli.
Yeah, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, because I mean, like going back to like when your first tour, I do remember at the very beginning of that tour, she didn't do Proud Mary. She didn't want to do Proud Mary at all. And then she added it back into the show. I don't know if you were there at that time, if you started when it was already added back in, but at the beginning of the tour, she didn't add it in there at all. And then like later on, she was like, something's missing.
Yeah, I mean, it would annoy her sometimes, just the feelings of the memories of doing some of the songs.
Yeah.
And she would say, you know, but then she would just realize it would only be a momentary
Yeah.
lapse of enthusiasm.
Yeah. God, how did she get through Fall in Love every night, like 2000 and stuff? That, like Fall in Love and what was the other one she did? Oh, you just were gonna do It's Gonna Work Out Fine, and that didn't. Yeah. So if you don't mind.
But from my point of view, I was like, because fans, you know, people love to hear that the old
Yeah.
stuff from as a, you know, to reminisce, and some of those songs just she didn't want to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sad. Okay.
But you know, I think it'd be good to put different ones in the unplugged
Yeah.
section.
Yeah. Oh, there was never an unplugged album that was on the works too. Yeah, you guys were gonna do an unplugged album, from what I remember.
No, I just mean in that segment of the show. You know?
Right. Yeah. But I feel like after the Water Series tour, she talked about doing an unplugged album with you guys.
I think that was talked about. Yeah, it never happened.
Another sad situation. Right.
But yeah, there were times when she would talk about being weary of you know, doing Nutbush one more time. And we used to say, and when there was like 18 shows left on the tour, we would go, Nutbush, 18 more times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
we'd do a
countdown.
countdown.
10 times.
Yeah, we'd actually
Yeah.
do a countdown.
Yeah.
She'd do it too.
Right. So like even Nutbush, she didn't like doing very much or
Well,
whatever.
she loved it, but she would complain about it in a joking way.
Oh, okay. So some of those songs. That's sad. Knowing that though. But no, I mean, like,
No,
for me,
but think about it. You're doing
No, I know.
multiple times.
Oh, I know, but I mean, but some songs it's like that's the jam. Put that song on again. Do it again.
Of course, that was the truth of it. But occasionally there were little triggers of memories and stuff that were undeniable, you know.
Yeah. Oh, that's sad. Well, I mean, happy and sad at the same time, though. But like, do you remember any songs that she literally like
Said no?
Yeah, like said no to.
Nothing comes to mind right now. The ones she just said no from the get-go. I can't think.
While you think about that, let me ask you. Just keep it in mind. What song? Like, what was your favorite to perform and your least favorite?
I don't have a least favorite.
Yes, you
dare
know.
you.
She's lying. Wait, she's lying.
I don't
She's
know.
lying. No, there's
Am I
one.
lying?
You are. There's one you didn't. There was one you're like, oh, here we go.
Oh!
There it is. There it is. Okay. Let's rewind that. What was your favorite to perform?
Forget about it.
What was your favorite to perform and your least favorite?
Okay, so my favorite to perform. was probably Simply the Best, because especially how we started, and I would see her and I would see everybody. That was also in Steamy Windows, but Steamy Windows you're still nervous, you know, because the opener of the show. But Simply the Best, you're settled and and I just love the lyrics.
Yes.
And I love how she sang it. I love how she felt it. I love the saxophone and all of that. That was always my favorite. My least favorite was Dome. Thunderdome.
Yeah, Thunderdome. Hero. Yeah.
Hated it.
Oh, you hurt her feelings in the back.
I'm
Wait,
sorry. Have you seen the DVD? We're just holding on to dear Lord. It hurt. Yeah, no, but she sounded amazing. It just hurt.
Yes.
It wasn't enjoyable.
Is there is that performing wise or singing wise? Like what was your favorite to hear her sing? I guess.
Let's Stay Together.
Oh yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, get it.
I love that whole unplugged. I would be backstage watching the monitor. I love the vibe that they had.
Yes.
And then it would end with Undercover. Well, that was another one that I really loved performing. Undercover Agent. Yeah. Typical May was fun because I would always see you.
Always see me.
I think you were there every show.
No, I was not. I was not there every show. I was
Fine, 90 shows.
No, not even close. That's oh my God, no. And you, Ollie, what was your favorite and then least favorite?
Probably Addicted was the least favorite because it went on for so long.
Sorry, Billy. I knew when you said that, I was like, oh no, Billy.
No, I don't really have a least favorite. I loved it all. I mean, I loved doing the unplugged stuff. That was fun.
Yes.
I loved songs like Typical Male was fun to play.
Yeah.
Steamy Windows is always fun.
What was your favorite to hear her sing? Hold on.
Private Dancer.
It's a toss up, isn't it? It's Private Dancer, Stay Together. What was the other unplugged song that we did? There was a duet that I used to like.
Can't stand the rain.
Oh, Try Little Tenderness?
Yeah, I liked how she sang that.
Yeah, she did good on that one. Question for you, so because there's something that went around the internet. That song she actually didn't want to do, but Roger suggested it was.
Try Little Tenderness?
Yes.
She wasn't super keen on that, but she
Yeah.
wasn't dead against it. You know?
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about it was really helpful because it was a quick change song.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
So, and again, it's that genre, isn't it? It's that R&B genre, which she always tried to steer away from the R&B vibe.
Okay.
Because she made a point of not being that genre, And that song is definitely an R&B-ish kind of song, So that was another reason why she wasn't too into it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Better Be Good to Me. That comes to mind right now.
Oh, Better Be Good. Now there's a top song,
Yeah. Better Be Good to
Great
Me.
to play that.
Yeah, so on the last tour, the first few weeks, she added, you guys did the original album version, then it went to the live. You know how it starts with the album version, yeah. And then eventually that went away to the live how we're used to.
Right, we did a bit of the record version, didn't we?
Yes. So whose idea was that? Was that through you, musical director?
That actually wasn't my idea.
Okay.
No, that was. I'm not sure whose idea that was.
Okay.
Might have been, yeah. I'm not
But
sure.
it got nixed. It got nixed. So.
It got nixed, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I can't remember how that came about. Sorry.
No, it's all right. So whenever the tour was going on, especially for you, when you first saw her go out on that crane out there, and then you saw, yes, the first time you were used to it, I'm sure, by that point. But the first time you saw her,
Oh, I saw her drop a mic one time.
Wait, what?
Oh, down in the audience. Tell me everything. I'm listening.
It was in Scotland,
Okay.
and she dropped the mic, and it went.
Yep. In the audience.
And they went and found the girl who had hit. And
Oh.
she got signed everything. She got all the merch we had.
Yeah.
Your salary.
Yeah, right. Right. She had all the merch, and they're like, do me a favor, sign this paper right here at the very bottom.
That you love
She was
us.
happy. She was okay. She had a little bit of a bruise on her head.
Oh no.
I bet.
It's a good job it wasn't in Florida because
Right.
it would have been a big loss.
And she's never like felt like of course she never felt, but like she's never like gotten close to like falling or anything like that. Because there's no rails on that thing.
Oh, everyone was scared shitless. When
Yeah.
she
Every
go
night.
down.
Every night.
And she's
No rail, yeah. No
Yeah,
safety,
and
no
just-
harness.
Yeah, nothing. She was just like, here we go. It's like whenever she did the Eiffel Tower thing, that picture still is like, what is in heels? In heels.
In heels.
As you should, right? So
Yeah, we were always scared, yeah.
yeah. So another thing about, so tell us about whenever you're working with Tina, tell us about how, I don't want to say like, because I know her art is like, like key for her, like the show is like perfection for her. You know what I mean? Like you told me a story where she's like getting lime, so tell me about that part of her, when it comes to to
The attention to details,
Yes.
right? Yeah, every show we started with steamy windows, and I'm talking like we have shorts, right? And there's elastic inside. So like, let's say it was like this, because you put it on or whatever, and you're up there, and she's like, face your elastic. Like, you don't even see it. You don't even see it. You're like, this? She's like, yes. Literally. Or like if, God forbid, like, you buckle your shoe real fast or whatever and you didn't tuck it, she would look and she's like,
Issue.
literally, she could see everything. And she wasn't up, she was from down there. So she would come in, I love it, she would come in with Malcolm, she would like say hello to all of us, even though she just talked to us, she would say hello to her band. And then she would begin, she would stand there and she would check us, and she's like, you, hair. You know what I mean? And it was just brilliant because it was like she sees me, I see her, she's paying attention to details. Same thing like you're saying, like if we're doing Proud Mary, whatever it is, and we're doing something, and she would like be talking to the audience, and she'd look over, she was just like, get in line. But I loved it. I loved it because she cared. And I know it sounds cliche, but a lot of times when you're in the monotony of a tour, and I can say that now because I have a few more in my pocket, not everybody cares.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, let's just do the show.
Yeah.
Instead of let's have an amazing show.
Yeah.
Let's just get this done with, type of thing, you
Yeah.
know? And that has been the attitude for most of the tours I've done, with the exception of that one.
It's so awesome.
And I just love that.
Yeah.
She's so different. She will always be my favorite.
Now, Ollie, with
We used to get the, if there was anybody that played an extra
I was going to ask you that. Yeah.
fiddly bit,
Yeah.
a lot of musicians do that after
Mm-hmm.
endless shows. You just, let me throw in an extra little bit here, She would do it. And that is an old James Brown thing, which would be a fine. $5, $10, $15, $20, $25, you'll be fined. She never used to fine anybody.
Okay.
She used to do that. If she heard you play something extra that you're not supposed to play.
Okay.
that's what-
So I do have a question about that, about musically. Now, many of her artists, her musicians have said that she doesn't read music, that she would sing the notes she wanted you to play, or she would describe
she had a
it.
language all of her own in terms of describing how something should sound. And I was talking about this earlier when we were driving. We went down to
Nutbush.
Nutbush today. It was amazing. And there was all these tractors and combines and stuff. And I remembered a time when she was trying to describe the sound of Nutbush. And so the guitar's going. And I said, does it sound like a tractor?
Yeah.
And that's what she said, sounds like a tractor. So she would always use these descriptives of how she wants, she's not going to say play a minor third and then put some distortion on it. She's going to just say, make it sound like a machine of some kind.
That's so cool.
Like a descriptive. But you after a while you learn her language and then
Yeah.
you know what she's talking about.
Oh, that's so cool. So now you hear Nutbush, now you can think about a tractor. Well, also too, because with Nutbush, it sounds really different live. Live is very more.
Well, it was so quick and she wanted it really fast.
Yeah.
Really super fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And it's a love too. Like Billy over here says that he loves. That's one of his favorite ones because he says that she took a rock and roll song and made it even more rock and roll. on stage, which no one can do. Like only Tina Turner can do something like that. And yeah, and the way you guys played that definitely sounded.
Well, because
in my
it was
opinion,
kind of funky, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, but she wanted it fast and high energy, so
Yeah.
we have to try and maintain some funk within that context, you know?
Yeah. All right, so I have another question for you. This is going to be.
Why don't you let them ask some?
Well, I want a second, but I have another question for you. I just have one little question.
Thank you so much for coming.
Because I have a question. I was gonna wait till towards this part to ask it, if it's okay.
But you got a segue?
No, yeah, a little bit.
I just
have one question for you. Just one question. Were you at Divas Live '99?
Okay. You want to hear the story?
That's what I wanted to
That's a great segue. There's a whole tractor. This is how it goes. And this is one thing that I noticed with myself only about a couple of years ago. No, it was very recently. It was on an SNL 50th anniversary with Roots, with a house band, right?
Oh, yeah.
When I was there with Cher. We're doing Turn Back Time. And they hadn't really, the Roots are like, they're obviously contracted to do these shows because it's NBC, right? They don't really need to do it. It's like Questlove is a genius, doesn't need to be a house band, but he's there because they're contracted. And they hadn't really learned it. I remember saying, yo, stop. It doesn't go like that. It's more of I explained where the beats were and this, and people looked at me like, you don't talk to Questlove like that, tell him. And I just said, that's not right. This is how it goes. And then I realized that I learned that from Tina. Because Tina wouldn't give a shit who you are. If you don't play it right, she'll tell you how to play it.
Yes!
And she did that to Elton John.
Yes!
He was playing,
I love it. Oh, is there a piano over there? Oh, there's a piano!
And he wasn't playing it right. So she said, no. She said, no. It's more like, she just did one of her descriptives. And he said, nobody tells me how to play the piano. And stormed off to his trailer, right? And they had to go and fucking, get him out and say, it's okay, she didn't mean it. And so the Elton Tina duet tour did not happen.
Did not happen.
Yeah, so that's what happened there.
Oh my God, and you witnessed the whole thing?
Yeah.
Wow. That's all.
But that's the thing, she wouldn't care who you are. No, that's wrong. Just play it like this. Not like whatever I wasn't doing it right. And I realized that when I was telling Questlove that they weren't playing Turn Back Time right, that's where I got it from her. I don't care who you are, it's wrong.
I love that.
Okay, Ferly, one last question for you, and then we'll do the audience. When you got the phone call for the tribute for Tina with Fantasia, tell us everything with you and Claire back together and everything.
Yeah, that was cool. That was really cool. Fatima Robinson is a choreographer, and she's amazing. She's incredible. She reached out to me, and I had never worked for her before. She was on my checklist of people I would love to work for, and so she called me, which was so out of the blue. And she said, I understand you used to work for Tina, right? And I said, yes, I did. And she asked me questions. She literally interviewed me. I was actually driving from Las Vegas to Los Angeles. And she kept me on the phone for about 45 minutes. She was asking me, almost like an interview. She just wanted to hear what it was like to dance for Tina. And she's like, well, the reason I'm asking all of that, I didn't know what I was answering. I didn't know why, I thought, I'll answer it because I love talking about Tina. But she then finally said, I'm choreographing a tribute for her, for the Grammys. And so it's really helpful. Thank you for sharing your stories with her. But I wanted to ask if you wanted to be involved, if you wanted to dance. And I said, absolutely, I'll do it for free. I was like, no, you don't have to do it for free. So anyway, so she got me involved, and then she said, what about the other dancers? And I said, I love that you asked that, like I can definitely reach out. So it didn't work out for all four, but it did work out for me and Claire. And it was a beautiful, beautiful process because, first of all, Fantasia, it was between Fantasia, Jennifer Hudson, and Beyonce, I think my understanding was. And they gave it to Fantasia, which, and I say this with love, honestly thinking of the three, that was the better choice to represent Tina.
Gotcha.
Because,
I agree.
you agree?
Yeah.
Because A, vocals incredible, but B, the humility she had, you know? And she was really curious about really understanding as best as she could and as best as we could tell who Tina was and how does she want this movement? How does she describe this movement? Like, am I doing it right? You know? What would Tina say here? You know? And so it was a very curious, explorative process as opposed to like, I just need to make sure I sound and look good. I don't care what the steps are. So she really worked really, really hard. Again, always honoring Tina. I definitely cried in the first rehearsal inside the venue because we didn't know once we finished and we turned around, it was a huge image of Tina, you know? So she started crying, I started crying, the other girls but like me and Claire had a really good time, I hope, honoring her. It was really beautiful.
Yeah.
It was really beautiful. There are two little things too that I think when he was talking about the masculinity that I just want to share too, because I think fans will appreciate this, is that she told us there was a reason she didn't have male dancers, you know, and she always used women. And she said to us, she's like, I need you to represent both the masculine and the feminine energy when you dance. I don't want people to miss masculine energy on stage. And I loved that. That was really challenging, you know, that was a good thing to explore as a dancer, that you're not just selling your feminine, that you're exploring both. And because to me, she was that too. She's such a strong, both masculine and feminine, right?
Great point.
Yeah. Last thing is, as I shared, I was coming out of an abusive marriage, and you know, prior to my marriage, I was a virgin, so I had only had one partner, right? She's teaching us Addicted to Love. She's like, Ferly, you know, like when you're having sex standing up. I said, Miss Tina, I've never had sex.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, it's
I said, Miss Tina, I've never had sex standing up. She's like, let me show you. I'm like, she's literally on me. And she's like, your homework is to do it standing up.
She never showed me that.
No, Ollie did his homework all the time. But yeah, I thought that was fun. Like how specific she was with music, same with dance, you know,
Absolutely.
like with the steps. Yeah, that was always a visual. Sometimes you didn't get it, but there was always a visual. Yeah.
fabulous. I do want to ask one more question for both of y'all. Do you guys remember? No. Okay, listen, I'm Oprah then. I have a question for you. The very last show, I want you to tell us what it was like, especially on Simply the Best, when we had all those lights. Yeah, I don't know if you remember that, but at the very beginning, they gave us these lights to light up on Simply the Best.
Yeah.
And of course,
You made us
none
cry.
of y'all knew.
You made us cry. We
Yeah.
didn't know. We had no idea. We sobbed. I remember it was hard to breathe because I was crying so hard. And prior to that show, she had set up a time with everybody. A camp, B camp, C camp. That means every truck driver, every person that worked on the stage, every dancer, every musician, whoever worked was under her payroll. She gave everyone time to meet, to talk, to thank them for their time on the tour, to take a picture with them, to give a signed program.
Ah.
I have never encountered that in my entire career since then.
Ah.
You know what I mean? And so much so that when I did Share, I'm looking at this truck driver, I'm like, I know you. He's like, I know you. I was like, did you do Tina? Yeah, you did that. Blah, blah. And that's what he said. He's like,
Well,
did
that's
you
the
know?
Roger Davis, Malcolm family, because they use all the same crew.
Yes.
great.
But like Cher, and I love Cher, but Cher doesn't do that. You know what I mean? So like, that truck driver said, like, did you know she spent time with us? Like, not like picture next. Like she actually said, like, so how was the experience for you? Like, thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's so human.
Yeah.
That's so human, you know? You didn't forget. Yeah.
You remember that last night, Ollie? You remember that last night?
It's a
Sheffield?
bit of a blur.
Is it really? Oh my goodness.
A little bit of a blur. Yeah, it was emotional though.
Yeah.
It was definitely emotional because we just knew it was over. You know?
Yeah.
So, and I've been doing it for a long time. So
Yeah.
it was a the deep, real family. You know.
Yeah.
Absolute family.
When she talked to me, or the picture moment that I just shared, I said to her, I was like, Miss Tina, why are you stopping? And she's like, because you gotta stop while you're at the top.
Absolutely.
And I love that. So she was. Maybe she could have,
Yeah.
things suffer, right?
Yeah.
All right, from the audience, who has a question?
Hi, I know, in case you've never met me before, I'm Alan Westman, I'm from Minnesota, and I like to ask the questions that are different. Nobody has success without good management.
Yes.
You could better have a good manager. Pat Arnold, P.T. Arnold over in England said, she wasn't the original Ikette, by the way, that she stayed in England and became a star over there. She said, for any of you that are gonna go into the business, you better have a good manager. It's on tape. Roger Davies.
Yes.
Did you guys deal with him?
Yes.
Meet him? What's he like?
Yeah.
He's the one guy I wanna meet, because I have a business education background. I got a lot of students.
Well, I've known him since '88, and he's extraordinary. He can be brutal. He can be also very tender. You know, he's a kind of extraordinary dude. I mean, I've seen him fire people like that, but I've also seen him be incredibly loyal to people who he's good. He puts people together really well, and he creates a really good team of people who work well together. And that's, you're absolutely right what you say. I've worked with him on pretty much all of his artists besides Sade. And he's extraordinary. You know, he's an incredible vision for what can work. Tim was, as we walked in, Tim was describing the Live Aid moment, which was pivotal, and that was all his doing. In fact, it was his idea to bring her to England to get a record deal, because in the US, the actual major labels were calling her, you know what they were calling her, were washed up.
Yeah.
So his idea to bring her to England, because in England they respected her, and that's where she got a record deal. So all of those visionary things that he came up with obviously were important.
And to this day, he's still doing it. To this day, still.
So he took good care of her.
Say again?
He took good care of her.
Yes.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, they had a great relationship.
They did. Yeah. Very kind.
Let's get, hi.
Ah.
Yeah, so when you were talking about her like using the tractor as a descriptor.
The metaphors, yeah.
I once heard that she would also like say something sounds like a color. Did you ever experience that? And that's like a phenomenon that's like a
No, she didn't. It's funny you say that, because I'm one of those musical people where notes are colors to me.
Yeah.
A lot of people have that.
Stevie Wonder had that. And
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, which seems surprising, doesn't it? But she didn't describe colors to me. It was always things and the sounds that those things made, you know, like machinery or whatever. But no, it wasn't never colors.
But you do.
But I do, yeah. Like F is blue, G is black. I have colors in my head of,
Oh, wow.
of what keys are, what notes are. Say again?
Synesthesia.
Put that
Synesthesia.
on your resume.
Put that on your resume. Synesthesia.
I was like, I need to take a pill to get rid of it.
You got that synesthesia. But back to what you said, I do remember there was an interview with Timmy Capella one time. Timmy Capella said that, he goes, one time he was playing something and she goes, you're playing it to something, play more green. You're playing it to play more green. And he was like, what?
Oh, then I stand corrected. I've never heard her say use colors like that. Yeah.
All right, next up, Janet. Yes.
So Ollie, since you said you had a little bit of a hand in the set list and stuff, 2 songs that she never really did after Break Every Rule, but were big hits. One of the Living and It's Only Love. Do you know, was there any reason why those 2 never made it?
We thought about doing It's Only Love again, I think it was just didn't want to repeat. It was something that it was said, felt like repetition because it was a duet with Bryan Adams, wasn't it? And I think that when we did Try Little Tenderness, we thought about doing that again. But then,
in 08, you mean? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
because it's a quick change where John Mars would take over type situation. So we thought about redoing that, but then it was like, oh, that's too much. We want to do something different. So I think it was just a case of not repeating in that instance. Yeah.
What about the one of the living? Because that's one of my favorite songs.
I don't even remember that song coming up again. I don't know.
He
I didn't
did-
suggest it.
Well, he wasn't, One of the Living was
That
before
was
you.
before my time, but I mean, yeah, it could have come back again. I don't really know why. I don't remember anyone suggesting that again. She certainly didn't. So I don't really know why, other than just move it on,
Thank you.
You're right, it's a big song though.
Yeah, number 15 got her a Grammy. I'm like,
Yeah.
Ferly wants to hang on there longer.
Billy.
So I think it was last year, Joel Campbell did a Zoom thing with us here, and he told us that at the last show, before the show started, one of the crew guys came to him and they said, "Hey, Tina said you can have this piano. Where would you like us to mail it to?" And that she came and signed the piano, and she signed the instruments and stuff for some of the band and dancers and stuff. So I was wondering if you guys got anything, and what did you get, and what does it mean to you?
I got my American citizenship. I should have mailed it to her in Switzerland. Like, this one is as much yours as it is mine. No, I think we just got to keep shoes, but other than that, no. Yeah. It's sitting in a warehouse somewhere fabulously.
I take music equipment home,
Yeah.
Instruments, and I still have the B3, the organ. But I don't ever really use it much. It just sits in a warehouse because it's too big.
Yeah. It's a big one right now.
But yeah, music and stuff. So,
Speak-
and yes, she wouldn't charge us, which most people do. Most tours, yeah, you can have this, but it's going to cost you going rate,
Yeah, I think Joel said there was no question, we'll ship it to you, where do you
Right.
want to send it? And
And I'm good friends with Malcolm Weldon, who's the production manager, and we use stuff, and he keeps stuff in the warehouse, and we often, he uses my stuff for other projects and vice versa. So,
Speaking of signing real fast, I want if you're okay with telling the story. I remember you telling me about your first paycheck and how it was, because most when you're on tour, it's signed by a production company, that yours is signed Tina Turner on yours.
Wow, I didn't even remember that, but you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I should have
You see how he's taken back over the
deposited.
question?
Just that one part, because I thought about it, I was like, say this real quick. So go ahead, tell that story, because you told me something when you went to the bank and you were like, give it back.
I know, when I finally realized, I was like, no, I'm not gonna deposit. No, obviously I deposited, I was broke. But yeah, I thought it was, but then eventually came from Team Tours, which is whatever.
Oh, really? So, okay. So the first one was the first, okay.
Yeah, it was the first one.
So I don't understand what happened. You had a check that was from
Like it's
Tina's
a
personal account?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't even remember that.
I thought that's what you all got. Is that not right? Oh.
Hell no.
Well,
Now I'm trying to remember why that was. I don't know. I'm getting old. I don't remember. That if I did, I would tell you. Yeah, I'm sorry.
did you still have it though? You said you framed it?
Oh no, I didn't. I should have, right? But no.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Right? No, I remember you telling me when you
Questions back to the-
well, no, you were in your garage. You were in your garage. You told me that you took it and you took it back. Yeah.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
All right. Who else got a question? Brandon.
Hi. Okay, so this is actually going to be for all three of you.
Ooh.
Tina obviously was very respectful, very humble, very serious with her work. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
There we go. Let me not fall like I did last time. We're good. I'm sorry. I hit the chair earlier and the chair slid and I was on the ground, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're a little flimsy.
Very humble, very serious with her work, but for all three of you, did you ever witness or experience any funny moments with her, and what was your favorite?
Funny as in humorous, or funny as in, I'm not sure what you mean by funny.
Like, I don't know, take your pick.
Okay.
Take your pick. Funny, humorous, funny, whatever.
I mean, humorous for me was her taking off her shirt when she had a dream. You know what I mean? And it's day 2 of me meeting her, and her boobs looked gorgeous. Like, those things did not move, and I was just like, man, she's so comfortable in her skin, you know? Obviously, curtains were closed and all of that, but I just thought that was really charming. And anytime she would, like, again, Addicted to Love, when she made that comment, you know, if you weren't understanding what she wanted the movement, she always rolled up. She always rolled up her shirt. She just wanted her boobs out. Yeah. I just loved it. And I was so like, yeah. That for me. But funny, like, ooh, that was interesting. Never. Not for me, at least.
Yeah, she had an amazing sense of humor. I mean, we would go out our way to make her laugh, and she would love it, you know. Whether that meant making silly videos for her end of tour parties or doing a drag party. We did a drag show for one of her end of tour parties, and she loved that. But as far as funny in terms of shady, I never really saw that. She was always too upfront and transparent for that, any of that kind of stuff. She would, you know, if somebody was asking questions, and she would do I remember her doing countdowns in a photo shoot. You know, when it was click, 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 and she was over it, and she wanted to go back to her dressing room. She'd go, okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then just leave.
The only story that I have that's funny would be one that Stacey Campbell told me one time. I love the story. Stacey Campbell told me when she goes, they were at some venue, whatever venue it was really hot. And she was doing Private Dancer's 2000 tour. And she goes, and Stacey was watching her from the back. And she came out and she was drenched in sweat. And she would start singing the song. Before she did, she would go, well, the men come in these places and the men are all the same. Bring me a towel! You know what? That's one of my favorite stories.
I've seen her do that.
Yes. And then go back like nothing happened.
I have another funny story that Stacey told us. I don't know if you remember this one, but she said that on that tour, 2000, Tina watched the show every night. It was recorded, and she would watch the show.
Oh, yeah.
We did too.
Oh, you guys did too?
Yeah, the bus.
Stacey told us if you ever got caught doing something that you weren't supposed to do, Tina would come up to you the next day at rehearsal and be like, I know you thought what you did in World Stage Last Night was cute, but it wasn't. And then she would leave it at that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, our homework was to watch the show every night after the show.
Every night?
Every night. Yeah, every night. And so, like, after, are you happy, are you happy, are you happy, are you happy? It was like, so I watched the show. And Claire was like, no, I know. So I go, okay, so clean it. Period. Yeah, it was a tight ship. I loved it. It gave you structure.
Any more questions? Yes, ma'am.
About mistakes, at the song Simply the Best.
Yeah.
In the beginning, she once said, Ollie.
Yeah, somebody else mentioned that this afternoon. And I do not have an answer for that. I have no idea.
You were Miss Key, or?
I didn't hear anything wrong. And it could have been actually, it could have been something non-musical related, possibly. I honestly have no idea.
Maybe she was telling the sound guy she couldn't hear Ollie, you know, like turn up Ollie.
I mean, maybe if I watched the video, I might get more of an idea. Because when somebody played it earlier, and it was just, all I could do was hear it, so I have no idea what that was. I'm sorry.
Pull up the videos of this man can see it.
Yeah.
Another question? Yeah, Jared?
If it's too personal, then just say it's too personal. But was your last interaction with Tina in Sheffield, or maybe can you tell us the last time that you guys talked?
For me it was Sheffield. I kept communication with Rhonda.
Yes.
But yeah, with Tina, for me it was, I'm sure for you we had more, but.
Actually, I tried to go visit her a few times when I was in the area. Erwin was very protective and wouldn't let people see it. So I found it a bit upsetting. But so my last interaction was when we were sweetening up vocals for the DVD of the final tour.
Oh, okay.
Down in Switzerland. So.
Anybody else? Yes, Ivana?
I have a quick question. It might be dumb, but did she ever record a song that you remember with you that has like no one's ever heard, or it got scrapped, or that?
Oh, that never came out?
Yeah, or you know, like sometimes you hear people that later on they say they come out of the vault.
Yeah. There are some bits and pieces of scraps of songs, and then there are probably a lot of songs that were finished and never got released that I'm maybe not aware of for albums, you know.
But with you.
But not with my involvement, yeah. So, yeah, not really.
Did she do all of Get Back or just that first chorus and verse with you?
That was all I could get out of her.
I bet. And then she said 5, 4.
Did she do soundtrack with you guys every time?
No, towards the end she wouldn't. No.
Okay.
No. But otherwise she would usually come out for a couple of songs. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to love it.
Yeah.
I used to love watching her on Soundcheck with you guys.
Mm.
She'd sit in her stool, watch you guys,
Mm.
and then she'll tell you, but whoever, not you, tell whoever, like, no, I want that. Like, she would hear what was
Yeah.
wrong. It was amazing.
Yeah, well, every detail.
So amazing.
Absolutely.
Amazing. She called the martial artists ninjas. She insisted.
Yeah.
Oh, ninjas.
Yeah. Sid was like, we're martial artists. I'm calling you ninjas.
And that's it.
Like, whatever you want.
How to handle, yes.
So also going back to Joel Campbell's talk last year, he said at the end of the last tour, Tina had a movie day with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently it was a horrible movie, but he wouldn't say what it was.
Oh, I didn't like the movie.
What was it? Was it that Tom
Tom
Cruise movie? It was a Tom Cruise movie, wasn't it?
No.
No.
Eyes wide shut.
I don't know. What was at that time? Tom Cruise, 2009.
2009?
Huh? Was it? Whatever was coming out. We got to see it before it came out, right?
Yeah, but where was the party? Wasn't the party in Ireland?
Yeah.
The end of tour party?
Yeah.
Because I remember I made that video that was like a spoof
Yeah.
of the Tom Cruise movie.
Yeah.
Like a piss tape.
Yes.
And we did that out of my wife's song.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yes, we didn't sing that. Oh yeah, we sing that one.
We love that video.
We love that video.
She loved that song because we used to sing it to her just to make her laugh.
Oh my God,
I
really?
love my wife, yeah. Which is an old military song, I think,
Yeah.
from back in World War II. The American pilots that were in England, they came up with this song. It was a filthy song called "I Love My Wife," and we used to sing it to her just to make her laugh. And so we made a video,
Yeah.
and I remember of everyone doing this song, and I remember at the intro of the video, I did a spoof of the Tom Cruise
Oh
movie.
yeah, it was some type. Yeah.
It was some kind of mystery. No, it wasn't that one.
Valkyrie.
Was it some type of like what's it called? Concentration camp movie?
Something like that. Anyway, but
Cause you got some footage of Berlin.
I can't remember what that song. We'll have to look it up.
But it was a
I'll put it
horrible
on top.
movie, and everyone was talking the entire
Yeah,
time.
so
It was
Valkyrie
awesome.
came out in 2008, or was filmed in 2008.
Oh, that was it then, right?
Which
No,
one?
it was set in Nazi Germany during World
There you
War
go.
II.
That was it.
What's it
Valkyrie.
What's it called?
Valkyrie. Yeah, you're right.
Wow, there you go.
So there you go. Valkyrie. Nobody liked it.
Anyway.
And he paid for all the pizza and everything, you know.
Yeah.
He has a Tom Cruise? Oh.
Yeah, because he rented a private.
Oh,
theater
Tom
for
Cruise is the one who
so-
said, oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
And then it was like, movie's awful. Oh,
We all talked.
Sure, she didn't tell him that.
I got you.
Yeah, we loved it.
Anybody else?
Really, really
Question?
good.
Anybody else? What? Okay.
You've gone past your limit.
Who are you still in contact with? Like, who do you guys still keep in contact with from the band and the dancers?
You do a lot. I feel me is Geneva.
Yeah.
Me and Geneva grew close. Yeah.
I stay in touch with Jack Bruno, drummer.
Warren sometimes for me.
On a little bit. Obviously, John Miles up until he passed, because we were tight. Claire occasionally. No, that's about it, really, to be honest with you.
And you said for you, Jennifer?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna, oh, go ahead.
And just because you mentioned John Miles passing, and it just made me think of this other significant loss we had, and that was Penny Moore. In the middle of the tour, and you were on that tour.
That was intense. We were in Australia.
Yeah, could you talk a little bit about, and not just too hard, and so say that, but I'm just curious what that day must have been.
She insisted on doing the show the following, that day. And everyone was like, really? Yeah. He would have wanted, so, and I just remember we had to figure out how to do it without him. It was tough to go and sit at his piano, play his parts. But she, I think it was the right move, for sure. But it was really intense, yeah. Very
I'm
difficult.
sure it was hard for all of you.
Everybody, yeah. But I think her way of just keeping everything moving was the best way to deal with it, you know.
Well, actually, that was actually gonna be, okay, Eric, go ahead.
That's for you.
What?
No, this question's for you. Tell us, some people may or might know your first time on stage.
Oh, no, we're not gonna talk, no.
I remember it.
Oh, my God.
Why don't we hear it from your perspective then?
That's good.
It's like, who was this mother?
Right? No, we don't talk about, no.
I remember seeing him all the time, and then she said, okay, come on.
Was it Vegas? Well, I guess what.
No, it was Dallas.
No. The
Yeah.
second time he was on.
Second time was Vegas.
Vegas. Was that so? Prom night comes on, nobody's standing up.
Oh, I remember that one oh my God, that was awful, because that was one of the shows where the audience was very boring. And come to find out later on, what happened is that they had a package deal where it was like, spend 2 nights at this hotel, we give you a free ticket to Teen Turner.
Yeah.
So people in the front were not, it was boring, and you could tell the energy was not coming, you could tell she was over it. Yeah, and people, because she puts out the energy. And I remember that she started Proud Mary, she started the song, and the first 2 rows, they were just like, oh, Proud Mary, whatever, right? She stops the song right in the beginning and says, there's this kid who falls around, blah, 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 and I remember that point, my heart was going boom, 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 boom in my chest. And I got on the stage, I messed up a few times on that song, yeah. But anyways, but then when I got on stage, everybody stood up and they were watching me, and I'm like, oh my God, it was awful. There's no footage of that, hopefully. Speaking of footage, do you have any footage? By the way, there's, real quick, he has Beyonce and Tina footage that we've never seen before. So eventually it's gonna have to come out. Watch. Allegedly.
I sent it to you this morning, didn't I?
You did not.
I did, I put it on the group text.
Uh-oh.
The whole footage?
Donovan's got the footage.
Never mind.
This.
Oh yes, okay, yes, I do have that. Okay, yeah. Okay, never mind. Don't worry about it. Maybe. So to end this up, I want to end off with 2 things. I want to end off one with a couple of things with you, and I would love for you to play the piano a little bit, if you could, please. Well, hold on. Before we do that, I'm gonna name some people, and I want you just to what comes from your heart, okay? Rhonda Graham.
Come on. Oh my God, how do you describe Rhonda? One word?
Well, no, just what comes to your
We're gonna
heart.
be here all day.
No, when I say Rhonda Graham, just tell your experiences with her, everything.
Rhonda, I think Rhonda was a beautiful representation of how everyone reflects an artist. And she was just so kind. She embraced everybody, in every sense of the word. She was elegant. She was a lady. Never saw, I'm sure behind the scenes, but she did such a good job with funneling things and protecting Tina, but still making you feel heard, feel seen. She was just She was incredible. She was incredible. She taught everybody how to be professional, you know?
Elegance is a great word, though. She
Yeah.
definitely had a class and elegance about her, even when she had to deal with things that weren't so elegant.
Totally.
Yeah.
Fabulous. John Miles.
That was my homie. Yeah, we were tight. Yeah, we had great humor. And just he was also kind of a mentor to me, because when I joined, and I described that situation of replacing the dude, I was so nervous, and he just made me feel comfortable. So he was kind of like a mentor. You know? I was always in awe of his talent and kind of wanted to be like him. You know? So yeah, he was like a mentor. Kenny Moore was a mentor, though.
Oh yeah.
He taught me everything I know about the church and music.
Yes.
It was from Kenny Moore.
Kenny Moore is untouchable. Kenny Moore, that
I
man.
love when you and Kenny did the little matching choreography for Addicted to Love.
Yeah.
That was always
Oh yes.
so cute.
But the way he played the piano, oh my God, amazing. But John Miles, for you,
For
yes.
me, he was just cool. He was cool, and he was a master of his craft, you know, and he did it so effortlessly. To me, it seemed, and I know I was young, but to me, it seemed like he never missed a beat, and he kind of set, like, you and him set the energy for the band, you know, and because they were both so good, like, the band was always elevated. That's what it felt like to me.
He also was the only dude I knew that could party all night and then still sound amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's awesome. And last but not least, Tina Turner.
I wouldn't travel anywhere for any other artist, you know.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, she changed my life. On a personal level, it was encouraging to see such a strong woman who went through what she went through. It's so interesting that in 8th grade I did a paper on her. I read her book, her autobiography, and you know, to meet this woman and she was just filled with compassion and kindness, and she cared, you know, she really cared. And on a professional sense, I mean, she was a beast. She was unstoppable, and you know, it just made you want to be better and do better and help people, you know? Like, she has this legacy of also making lives better, and so like you feel not obligated, but you feel compelled to do the same, you know, to pay it forward. So yeah, she changed my life on both levels.
I think the fact that she was able to share her musical world with the entire world was extraordinary generosity, and she was something that everybody could look up to, whoever they were. And nobody didn't look up to her, really. So I don't think anybody comes close. I've never worked with anybody that's come close to her perfection. So yeah, definitely loved her.
Yes. And we love her too. Ladies and gentlemen, Ollie Marland. Yes. To the piano, to the piano.
Can I tell you a story?
Probably really out of tune.
Make me
be the one you come running to. I'm never gonna be what you choose. Oh, baby, let's stay together, loving you and I. Let's stay together.
Just a little bit. The very beginning part. Just the beginning. Yeah. Left a good job in the city, USA, working for the man every night and day. And I never lost 1 minute sleeping, worried about the way that things are. Oh, we will keep on sailing. Proud and we keep on fighting.
Well, it rolls.
What you say? Say it one more time.
Play it the way Alton was playing it.
Don't do that.